Okay, it's not important that you see me for this segment because we're going to be talking about measuring the components on your bridle. But I do also want to point out that on the website there is a link to doing your measurements. Not only does it have diagrams on what to do, but they're all color coordinated. There's also instructions, again, you know, just while you want to take a peek at those. And then we have the segment where you're going to fill out the different size measurements, and we'll have one section for doing the measurements on the horse, and the other segment is for doing your bridle while laying flat on a table. You may do one or you may do both. The more information you can give us, the better. So let's set that aside for now. Let's just talk about the brow band because that's easy, and we did not discuss that on Lux, but it's pretty easy. You're just going to take your existing brow band. If it fits properly, you're just going to take it and you're going to lay it flat on the table, and you're just going to measure it and the distance that it is to the very tippy end from the very tippy end. If your brow band is warped because of wear, that's fine. Just push it down, get it flat, and then you'll see what the measurement is. That's the measurement again for the brow band. If your brow band is too small or too large when you do this and you say, okay, the brow band that I've been using has not been fitting right, it's too tight, then go ahead and just note that on the information. We have a standard sizing on what we do. For example, our full-size horses are 17.5-inch brow bands because we find most horses are in too small of a brow band. Anyway, that's how you do your brow band measurement. A next most important measurement, I'll go ahead and use, this is just set up as a piece that would be your straps that would go over the top of your crown, and then this would be the example of where your bit would come out. So on your bridle with your bit, it might look like this. Okay, we can do that. I just wanted to show this to you on the bit, but it's easier for me, for illustration's sake, to take the bit apart, lay my straps flat on the table, and obviously you would remove your bit to do this, but you lay them flat on the table, and then you would just take your measurement, and from the beginning length all the way over, this is going around the crown now, remember, because you've got your bridle disassembled, and whatever that length is. Okay? So if you've got a full-size horse, it'll be maybe somewhere from 38 inches to maybe 42, something like that. Okay? Maybe 45 even. So you're just measuring, that's the whole bridle over the crown from bit to bit. Okay? The other measurement that becomes very important is the piece or the total length of from your nose band all the way around over the top of the crown to back to your nose band again. We did that and showed you that on Lux. Okay? But if you're able to take apart your straps, lay it on a table, measure the length. You can measure if you'd like, preferably you're going to measure to wherever you're using it. So for example, let me just flip this over. If, for example, on this particular horse, where he used his holes was right in the center, it would be 22.5, for example. And then we come to the other side with the buckle in my particular case, and that length is going to be 21. So if we add those two together, we've basically got the distance that we need to make sure that we have room enough. On your bridle, you may have to use, it just may be easier just to use a tape. We do want to get as close as we can, but you can just roll your tape around the edge of your bridle, back around to here, and just get your measurement. Okay? The other measurement that's important on the nose band is going to be your center section. All right? This is the center of the nose, and then you have your two cheek straps, and what we want to know is what is the distance between those two cheek straps on your nose band. And as you may recall, on our nose band, we have a removable flash. It's just a T-post comes out, and you can remove your flash. Our flashes are fairly standard, but if you wanted to send us that measurement, you can certainly do that as well. Okay, now, as far, again, as the crown is concerned, the measurement that we're having you take from the horse is important. You're not going to be able to do this measurement on your existing bridle because it isn't designed like the high score equestrian bridle, so don't even bother attempting to do that. If you can get something close on your horse on Lux, that would be fantastic. Okay, I think that gives you the majority of help that you would need. Again, we'll just review this quickly. You're looking for your noseband center. You're looking for on the outer side of the ear, above the crown, or, laying on the crown, and then in between the ears. We're looking for the measurement on your bridle is going to be the distance from the bit to the bit. And then you're also looking on the bridle from the noseband cheek strap, where it comes out around the crown, to the noseband cheek strap. If you are doing a measurement with the horse itself, then you're going to go from cheek, lip area, where your bit comes out around the crown, again back to the lip area, and then we'll reduce that for your bit area, for your bit measurements. And then you have around the circumference of your horse's nose. That's helpful, but not mandatory, because once we have the measurement for the nose band, we'll pretty much know what we're doing. And then, again, you just have your measurement for your brow band. All right, I think that concludes our tutorial on how to measure for your new. And I'll tell you, this is going to be one of the most comfortable, beautiful bridles that you will find, or your money back. And I want to promise you that we will live with you and help you all along the way. If you need to do a conference call with me, a WhatsApp, I'm more than happy to do that. I know you're probably doing this for the first time, but I'm hoping that you will share this bridle with your friends once you've received it, because I think you're going to love it. So welcome to High Score Equestrian, and please let me know if you have any questions. 561-252-4415 is my direct phone number, or you can reach out to me at info@highscoreequestrian.com. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos.